Hi, I'm Adrian Todd. I'm going to read five questions for the stages of life when I'm in college. Number one, what is the best part of this stage of your life? The best part, I think, is that being in college, you get to meet a ton of people that you would never have met before, and you can somehow still find a ton of people that are really similar to you and find really, really great friends. And you have some sense of freedom without having too much responsibility, so you can, live on your own without having to really worry about a job to pay for rent, pay for a car and gas, which people still do, but it's a lot easier than living totally on your own. So it's a nice transition period.
What is the best part of this stage of your life? I think the best part about this stage of your life, of our lives, of my life, is the chance to spend time with my husband and the chance to watch my children enter this big and exciting stage in their life. To be able to talk to them as an adult, to be able to not have to manage their lives or micromanage their lives, or have as much control over their lives, but give them a little more freedom while still being a parent, but enjoying the time that I have with my husband and getting things done that we want to accomplish, going places we want to go, engaging in activities that we like to, sports and different activities, getting to go on vacations together or plan a vacation when both the kids will be at college. And just a chance to connect with each other and spend time together.
When you were younger, did you think this was how life would be at this point? If not, how's it different? I think I definitely had a idea of what college would be like, and I knew that I'd really, really love it. I knew that it'd be a really great point in my life, but I think I thought I'd be partying a lot more, which I'm not, and school is definitely different than I expected. It's a lot more easygoing and relaxed because you don't have a set schedule when you go to classes, and you can go to your professors anytime and talk to them. And a lot of my professors, I have relationships with them, and so I can go back to them even after I don't have class with them anymore, and we can talk about other subjects, or they ask how I've been since I've seen them in class. And so it's different school-wise than I thought it'd be, and it's not like you're partying all the time like I think people think it is when you're younger.
When you were younger, did you think this was how life would be at this point? If not, how is it different? Probably when I was younger, I married my husband with the idea that we were always going to stay married. And I think this is how we thought it was going to be. Our relationship, I think, is we're both working the same hours. For a big part of our marriage, he worked on the weekends and I didn't. I worked 8 to 5 and he worked at night and weekends. So it's been nice to be on the same schedule, and I think that that's how we envisioned our lives. I knew that we would always send our children to college, and that's happening.
Is it easier to be independent or dependent on others for food, gas, etc.? It's a lot easier to be independent when I don't have a car when I'm at school, and so it's a huge pain trying to get to the store and trying to get food when I can't get it on campus. And so it's much, much easier being independent of others for all the necessities.
Is it easier to be independent or dependent on others for food, gas, etc.? It's easier to be independent. I was independent from the time I left high school. When I went to college, I pretty much paid for my education and worked. I worked a lot during the summer to put money away. When I wanted to go on spring break with my friends, I put money in the bank. I really didn't ask my parents for money after that. So I've been independent for a very, very long time and made my own way. So I was not dependent upon my parents.
How does being at this stage help you prepare for the next one? It's definitely teaching me skills that I will need when I'm not in college anymore. I have to do a lot of time management, and there's, like I said, there's opportunities to party, and so you have to balance. Sometimes you can go out to party and still get your stuff done, and sometimes you really should stay home and study. And so you're learning to balance more grown-up tasks rather than, like, I have, baseball practice, but if I talk to my coach, I can get out of it. It's more you're making decisions based on what is best for you, and then if you choose the wrong decision, you're living out the consequences. And you learn how to be independent because you're in charge of your finances when you're up there, and if you don't get like weekly allowance, then you have to learn that you have a certain amount of money that you have to spend, that you have to use for however long you have it for. And so it's just like a stepping stone to being fully independent.
How does being at this stage help you prepare for the next one? I think being at this stage in my life helps me prepare for the next one because I'm finding ways to occupy my time. I'm picked up volunteer activities. I'm in a book club, so I'm doing a lot more by myself, kind of occupying my own time. I'm picking up hobbies, becoming interested in things. I still like to read and like to do the things that I've always liked to do, and I expect that the next stage of my life I will have more time on my hands. So I'm finding activities to fill that time.
If I asked you to speak to a group of people preparing to enter the stage of life you're currently in, what would you say to them to help them be better prepared? I would say you definitely have to go to class. It's easy to think you have a not intense class and you can miss it, but you definitely need to go all the time. When you go to parties, use the buddy system. That's very important. And I would just say to be aware that you don't know everything about what's going on. It's easy to get through senior year and think that you know all that you'll ever need to know for college, and it's easy to get through freshman year of college and think that you know all you'll ever need to know for the rest of college. But it's a huge growing point, a huge changing time in your life, and so you never know as much as you think you know. You have to always be open to new changes and that the world is changing and you're going to change with it.
If I ask you to speak to a group of people preparing to enter the stage of life you're currently in, what would you say to help them be better prepared? I would say enjoy every stage of your life. Every stage has its benefits. The fact that my children are older and don't need to be managed or parented quite as heavily as they have in the past. And I guess connect with your spouse and find things that you like to do together. It's always a compromise. If you are somebody that's like a woman, not interested in sports, maybe give a little on the sports thing, and then have him, your spouse, if you're in that situation, pick up a hobby that you like and try to find things, activities that you can do together, even if it's volunteer, if it's travel, whatever it is. Find things that you both enjoy, whether it's even your yard or gardening or whatever that activity is.